What's good? Welcome back to Fashion is Art. And what we're going to tackle this week is looking in on a new upcoming release that Adidas has been pushing out, something to get everyone's mind wrapped away from all the publicity that's been going on outside of the shoes. So let's see what they got for us. It looks like it's, and we'll show it across the screen here, a Stan Smith collab with, you guessed it, The Simpsons. Now, The Simpsons are very popular culture-wise, have a lot of collaborations, but this one stands out a little bit more with the Stan Smiths because not only are we seeing the Homer Simpson logo across the side, replacing where the Stan Smith would be or where they might inscribe Adidas to the side. Pretty cool add-on to this collaboration. We also see this is inspired from the very popular meme that we all know about, the little Simpson going into the bushes. We see that on the heel of the shoe. A lot of reviews coming in with this. Majority of people are fucking with the shoe. Now, me personally, I'm a fan of it as well, though I would prefer the bush be less frizzy. As you can kind of see on the back, it's a little much. It's bulking out a bit. I would like it to be closer in line to the shoe. Above all, though, it's going to be selling like crazy alone due to the fat of it. But why are Stan Smiths so popular? It seems like no matter what Stan Smith has brought out, it's going to push numbers and it's going to do great. So what we're going to talk about really is just breaking down where the popularity came from and how Stan Smith really got started. This shoe came around in the 1960s, originally formed as a tennis shoe for their athletes at the time. Adidas was very heavily involved in the sports field, basketball, football, tennis, soccer. That was their main thing. So while they were pushing this market, they reached out to a French tennis player originally. Wrote it down so I don't get the name wrong. Robert Hyatt, much before it was rebranded to popular American tennis player Stan Smith. Now, when Stan Smith took over, it was essentially to, again, kind of widen the popularity of the shoe throughout America because, again, this is where Adidas bread and butter was, and they wanted to make the shoe really popular here because they knew that was where they needed it to take off from. Stan Smith lasted in this tennis range for a pretty long time, the silhouette really being what carried the shoe in general. However, there was a fashion show at the end of 2010 that really brought the true potential out in this shoe. So popular designer who was the previous creative director, Celine Phoebe Philo, she released this new design, this new look as a streetwear piece at her runway show. The results from it, pretty substantial because just a year later, Adidas formulated a plan. They were going to make Stan Smith their lead-in shoe for the exclusivity era. And the exclusivity era is what I commonly am making known as when the Supreme drops would start to come in, the popularity of specific silhouettes like Yeezy branding and these Jordans that just get sold out in seconds started to become really popular due to the exclusivity surrounding them, the low amounts of shoes they would keep making. And that's what Adidas did in 2011. As mentioned, this was the period of time where they stopped production of all new Stan Smiths. And this created a trickle effect of, again, that exclusivity, that rarity. So when they came back around in 2014, they would drop specific launches of Stan Smiths to create that need to be a part of the culture. They would have different colorways that would launch out, different colors, different designs, all within that same silhouette. And if you've worn a Stan Smith, you already know, but for those who aren't as familiar, Stan Smith is a very comfortable shoe. It has a long duration set to it. With how it's made, it's to a point where you can really just wear it with anything. Some of the pictures that you see on the screen here are popular celebrities and models who are wearing this in a lot of different fashions. A lot of celebrities and artists from different backgrounds came behind the shoe and were able to find their own style within it as well, which even supported Adidas' point in a much better light. Because when you have artists from ASAP Rocky to basketball players like James Harden, back and forth, and all different sorts of celebrities with different backgrounds, different interests, different styles, it really shows you the level of diversity your shoe can go and how high it can really carry you. So during that period of time when they began launching this new wave, including the support from stars in the industry, it couldn't do anything but succeed. Stan Smiths became very vital until the Yeezys, which brings us to today. My thoughts behind the release of this new Stan Smith collab are simply that Adidas is going to lean in heavily to their Stan Smith shoe to be able to recoup a lot of the profits that were lost this year and to set this tone going forward. It can be similar to a NFL team. You know, we're looking at, if you're a football fan, the Kansas City Chiefs recently traded away Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill, big part of their offense, big part of what they did well. However, their approach was, let's lean into what the other things we do well, because their team was not one-dimensional by any means. You have Travis Kelce, you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you have other capable receivers and some that came in through free agency or through trades, as well as a superstar quarterback. Now, Adidas, they have other money-making tools besides the Yeezys that they are going to roll out. Now, they have plans of, again, doing other things within Yeezy, taking control of what is theirs still, but they definitely want to see other parts of their business flourishing as well, because that's how you grow. So I fully expect them to take advantage of whatever culture references they can tied to the Stan Smiths. We'll be seeing a lot more collabs of the Stan Smiths coming very soon, I assure you, due to the fact that popularity sells the most. Even if it's a fad, even if it's just for clout, even if they don't see long-term sales from the Simpsons shoe, because it is a meme and it's not something that people are going to think about wearing usually. Again, that's dependent on the person, but usually you're not going to see that worn on the day-to-day or long-term. It's going to be more of a special type of shoe versus a lot of the ones that we've seen in the past that are more everyday. I can wear it here, there, everywhere. More so personal opinion. Again, everyone has their own different taste, so we'll be seeing a lot more of that in the coming days. But that's all we're really going to talk about. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and comment below your favorite silhouette in Adidas right now. And if you have some Stan Smiths, let me hear your thoughts on why you continue to rock with them and if there's any collabs that you want to see coming down the road soon. But for now, that's it, and we'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. These my Dallas make it hurt.